I didn't realize how much I was spending until I wrote down how much I spent, and I realized that I was spending a lot of money. What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about some budgeting and some financial stuff. 2025 rolled in. I decided that I wanted to do some things and I wanted to make some changes. One of them would have been my finances. And what's really interesting is, since I've started to budget and I started to document the things that I spent money on anytime I had a transaction, I've realized where my money is going, and I see opportunity to save money. Right up until 2025, I didn't think it was possible for me to save money, especially with my salary, which is not very high. I find it possible now to save money. I see where I spend money and I look for opportunities to not spend money. Some people may call this cheap. I don't think it's cheap. I think it's frugal. There is a difference, because I'm not starving. I'm not going without anything. I have everything I need. I'm not spending money on lavish, stupid, poor financial decisions. With me budgeting now, I'm able to save some money and invest some money, two separate amounts. And I'm still able to pay for my card note, which to some people may be stupid. I don't care. I'm still able to pay for my car note. I'm still able to buy groceries. I'm still able to pay for my insurance, save, and invest. I'm able to do 5 different things. And if you look right here on this board, you can see this whiteboard here. This whiteboard is kind of like my beginner budgeting board that I started when January came about, and it had some modifications, but so far I'm pretty good. For the first time in my life, I'm able to say that I haven't lived paycheck to paycheck for the first time in my life, and I'm 23. Some people have never made that achievement, and some people may never achieve that accomplishment, but I'm proud to say that I was able to keep some money. With me being in the military and having a career, I'm for sure going to be getting promoted. With promotions, I'm just not going to increase my cost of living, and if I don't increase my cost of living, that's going to increase my savings, and after increasing my savings, I'll be able to invest more. And I think that's just such a great feeling. Piggybacking off of my last video on discipline, discipline has definitely allowed me to get to this step in my life, because I subject myself to what I desire and what I need to do. If you haven't watched that video, I highly suggest that you do. It's going to be very helpful for budgeting. So how do you budget? The first thing you want to do is get a notepad or get an app. The next thing you're going to want to do is put your savings in a separate account from your spending money, because you keeping all that money in one big pool, your mind is going to automatically think, hey, I have this lump sum of money. I have money. That's all your mind is going to say. I have money. When in reality, you don't. You're spending it all. You can't have the mindset that this money is in abundance, especially if you're like me, who getting paid once a month and you think that your money is coming in abundance. If you squandered it within a week, you're going to be broke for the next 3 weeks. This is really important for people that get paid every month. If you're paid bi-weekly, it's also very important. If you get paid every week, this is all very important. Documenting and managing your finances is one of the best things you can do. Definitely documenting your purchases would be helpful. Another thing that I would suggest is to start cooking and meal prepping every week and going to the store every week. Purchasing food is not cheap. In the grand scheme, it is cheaper for you to cook your meals and store them in the fridge and eat them than it is for you to purchase food every day. And for those people that say, oh, you have propane, you have electricity, sure, that's one big purchase that you'd make every few months, but you eat every day. And meal prepping every week, like, I don't spend as much money as I thought I would. In fact, I save money cooking my meals, and I know what I'm eating. I'm eating healthy now. I'm cooking meals that, 1, I enjoy, 2, they're delicious, and 3, they're ready to go. They're cheaper. Like, there's so many benefits to meal prepping. Cooking your own meals, meal prepping for the week, I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Another thing is to stay home. If no one invited you out, don't go out. If people are going out partying and you know they're gonna spend money, don't go to the party. And it's not because you don't want to spend time with your friends, but you have to prioritize what you need versus what you want. You need to survive, you need to save, you need to be successful, I would think. So you have to make sure that your need is above your wants. Your need to party should not be higher than your need to save money. Enough so that you're just gonna say, you know, I'm gonna stay home. Like, some people are gonna come to you and say, hey, let's go for drinks. You're just gonna be like, no, I wanna stay home. People are gonna say, well, let's go for dinner. No, I wanna stay home. Let's go take this trip to this island. No, thanks, I'm gonna stay home. Because your mind is in a better place. Your mind is trying to do better, do more. At the core, it's just living below your means that's important. If any of you have a credit card, I suggest that you don't keep that credit card, because that credit card, just having a credit card is an expense that is not necessary. Spending money that you don't have is one of the greatest mistakes you can ever make, because you're going to be in debt to the bank, and the bank is going to charge you interest, and it's going to pay them money while you lose money, which is a double negative for you. I highly suggest that you don't have a credit card. I don't have a credit card. I have a debit card. Everything is paid from my cash. I don't borrow anything. It's better for me to save and not spend than it is for me to borrow. Living above my means. I don't wear any Jordans. I don't wear any expensive clothes. Not that I don't like these fashion lines. I love Louis Vuitton. I have an MCM wallet. I have an MCM bag, but I'm not one to be keeping up with the Joneses. And I'm happy that I'm not one to keep with the Joneses, because I don't want to keep up with these financial lifestyles that are crippling in the long run. I can only imagine owning luxurious clothes and me not having a dollar in my pocket. That seems so insane to me, but a lot of people are like that. They wear these rings, they have this jewelry, they have these clothes, and they're poor, they're broke, they don't have any money. If they need to go somewhere, they don't have any money to get them there, so they're asking you for assistance. And I'm just tired of it. I don't think it's an excuse for a lot of people to live that way, and I felt for myself that I shouldn't make it an excuse, so I stopped doing it. I don't really even ask my parents or my family for money. I think that's going to be all for this video. Hope that you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. Take care.